Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of The Successful Woman's Mindset. My name is Galit Ventura Rosen. I am so excited to have another author with us today, the fabulous and amazing Hana Olivas. Welcome. Welcome, Hana.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. I'm so excited that you are part of this book and an author in the book, The Successful Woman's Mindset, 21 Journeys to Success. Let's jump right in and let's ask you, what does the phrase, the successful woman's mindset, mean to you?
For me, I feel like it's a lifestyle. Having a positive mindset, a successful mindset has to be a lifestyle. It has to be something that you walk, talk, eat, breathe, and live every day. And I feel like that in itself is success. Success doesn't always mean, having a successful business, so to speak. It means being balanced in your mental, physical, and emotional health as well as business. So to me, it's a lifestyle.
I love that. I love that you use the word lifestyle. Let's elaborate a little bit more about the word lifestyle. Obviously, everybody's got a different idea of what a lifestyle would be and what it would look like for them. But when you speak to a woman and she says to you, especially being founder of She Rises, I think I want you to tell me a little bit about that connection of lifestyle and She Rises so people can really understand where you're coming from.
Well, living with a diagnosis that it is talked about in the chapter, I had to change my whole view and perception on life and what a healthy lifestyle looked like, what a successful mindset looked like. And as my journey started and is continuing, because it's a never-ending journey, I've learned that having a positive outlook on life is super important. Having a successful emotional health is super important, as well as your physical health, because as we all know, what good is our wealth without our good health? So I feel sometimes we as women get persuaded, so to speak, or kind of tugged to thinking that we're only successful by the things that we accomplish. But we have to be mentally, physically, and emotionally successful to be able to be outwardly successful to society and inspire other women to see that as well. And I also feel that success isn't defined by what we do, it's who we are, how other women see us. How do we inspire other women and encourage other women? How do we help them rise as we rise?
Yeah, oh, I love that. I love how you just spoke about the lifestyle, but also factored in, which is so true. Sometimes we're so focused on one part of our life, we don't recognize, and you use this word, the word balance. We don't recognize how important it is to have those balances. And yes, I do believe it doesn't matter how wealthy you are. If you don't have health, it doesn't mean anything. And of course, the positivity in itself, which some people, they get in that place where they're like, I'm so tired of people talking about me being positive. And of course, I laugh at that, Hannah, because I'm like, okay, well, this is obviously not for you. Moving on. You've made it such a key in your life with everything that you're going through. And I hope it's okay that we talk about this for a minute. You talked about the diagnosis, and I know you and I know your personality. You don't like to make it about that and you don't like to focus on that. But because people are listening, I think it's important for them just to know a little bit about how you're in this place and the journey that you've been on without giving them too much information. Do you mind talking just a little bit about that with me?
Sure. So I was diagnosed about almost 4 years ago that I was not feeling good, and I knew something was wrong, but I didn't know what. It was a stressful time in life. And so as most women do, we say, oh, it's just stress. Oh, it's anxiety. Oh, it's depression. But all in all, that's not what it was. I was actually diagnosed with a blood cancer called multiple myeloma. And I had never heard of it. never thought in a million years that I would hear the words, "You have cancer." And it was a domino effect from there. I traveled to different specialty facilities because of my age. I don't meet the criteria of a typical multiple myeloma patient. And I had to learn how to advocate for myself and navigate through a medical system that I didn't fit in their criteria at all. And it stretched me. It actually opened my eyes to, wow, all this crappy petty stuff that I used to worry about really doesn't mean anything. It's menial, because I'm about to encounter a journey that I never thought would happen. And it just started from there. And I was exposed to things that I never thought I would see or even hear or even say about myself. And I realized that I wasn't alone. At first, I felt all alone, like, oh my gosh, why me? And I realized that the more I spoke out and looked for answers and shared my story, the more I realized I wasn't alone and there were others like me. And I needed to be a voice for those that didn't want to be a voice or couldn't be a voice. And it just began from there.
I think that's a perfect segue into your chapter. So now those that are listening and watching have learned a little bit about you personally, and thank you for sharing that. I just felt it was important that those watching would understand that we've got this beautiful, fabulous lady on, and you know that's a key thing, Hannah, right? We don't look sick. You're gorgeous and beautiful, and you look healthy, and then wait, why is she talking about this? Why is she talking about a lifestyle and a balance and whatever? So those listening and watching, if there's anything that they're going through in a challenge, it's important for them to know. So let's talk about your chapter. She rises, she leads, she lives. What a powerful title. I love that. I love what you wrote. I'm not going to give everybody away all the goodies because we want them to read your chapter and really embrace it. But talk to me a little bit about why that title and why this chapter.
The title comes from me being so knocked down from the news. I am human, and I went through a series of emotions. And then there came this part where I was angry. And I thought, you know what? I'm not doing this anymore. I have to think a different way, because this is my saying, and people may not agree with this, but where the mind goes, the body follows. And so if I'm receiving all this news that they're telling me, and it was pretty drastic, devastating news, if I continue to listen to that and believe it, I think my time would be shortened. And I'm just not that person. I refuse to accept it. And I began to rise up, and every day looking for answers or ways to, of course, the physical side, you try every single thing possible, but it also had to come from up here too. And the emotions, having to learn how to process them and not succumb to every single emotion or thought that comes my way. And when I tell you, it is not easy because being diagnosed with the terminal cancer, some days are easier than others. And some days I get paralyzed in fear as far as saying, like, do I plan my trip for next year? Will I be here? So I have to learn every single day to rise up. And then I have people who are watching me who have become a part of my journey, who personally have become a part of my journey. And I have to lead them and show them, like, hey, just because this is what I have, cancer is what I have, but it's not who I am. And I still continue to live. I still continue to travel. I still continue to do all the things and more, honestly, since this happened, than I ever thought possible. She lives comes from me living. Everything that I want to live, that's what I'm doing. I'm not doing restrictions on myself or saying, oh, I can't go do that because the doctor says I have this or this person. I live how I want to live, and I'm going to continue to do that. And if I can show that with what I'm going through, then I believe that that would inspire others who may have a diagnosis. It doesn't even have to be cancer. It can be somebody dealing with depression. You can rise up from depression. It can be anybody, anything, a circumstance that you're trying to come out of. If I can do it, then I want other women to see that too.
I think the most beautiful part, first of all, this chapter is perfect for the book, The Successful Woman's Mindset. You couldn't even get more perfect than this chapter, because I think sometimes women are living in this almost robotic mode. It's just human. We don't intend to, but humans like comfort. They like the comfortable. They like routine. And I'm not saying everyone, but a lot of people. And then you have this boom, and I almost think of it like a slap in the face, right, Hannah? You're living your life, and you've always lived your life as a beautiful person. It's not all of a sudden this happened and you turned into a beautiful person. You've always shared and loved and given, and you have a beautiful relationship, beautiful children, a great family. But now this shows up and wakes you up. And I think what I'm probably in love with more than anything in this chapter, except for, of course, you, which you know, is that people don't recognize how blessed and lucky they are not to have that slap in the face. So my hope for this chapter is they get one. I mean, they get one. And I don't mean from something like what you're dealing with. I mean a wake-up call, right? Bam, wake up, read Hannah's story and see how she's choosing. You're choosing to live your life with passion, to live your life with purpose, to live your life with love, to inspire, to make every moment that you have on this earth, which, you know, I believe you have a lot more moments, so beautiful and not about you. Because a lot of what you're doing with She Rises and so many other things that you're involved in, which everyone will learn from your bio in the book and also on the website, is really related to other people. Now, of course, you're taking care of yourself, and I'm so glad, because you need to. That's the balance. Take care of Hannah, but inspire. Take care of your children and your family. Take care of your love. You have great love, but inspire. So I'm so thankful to have you as part of this chapter and this book. And what I want to jump into for fun is, I'd love for you to share something fun with those listening and watching about you that maybe somebody might not know, or something that you want people to know about you.
I am a nerd. I'm just, honestly, I am so easy in terms of, I'm simplistic. I love hoodies, jeans, and Chucks. I am not a high heel type girl, and I'm just Hannah, you know. And the other thing I could say is I'm a huge fan. I love to karaoke. I'm not good at it, but I like doing it.
Oh, I love that. Well, do you know why I love that, Hannah? So I love music, you know, no secret. I love music. I love singing and dancing. Can't sing for the life of me. And I love more than anything now that technology has given us those things, the different Amazon Music, Pandora, and it has the words. So you'll catch me at home in quiet or with my family around, dancing and singing the words. And I always say, oh, this is like karaoke at home, but I don't have to be in front of people. So I tried to not to do it in public. I was not blessed with a singing voice. But I'll be a backup dancer for you.
Okay.
You do the karaoke, and I'll be behind you going like this, right?
Awesome.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Awesome. How can people get in touch with you? How can they learn more about She Rises?
You can go to sherisesstudios.com. You can go to Instagram. We are on Instagram as She Rises Studios. Facebook, same thing, She Rises Studios. And it's really easy to find. We have an amazing group as well that women can join on Facebook. And I hope that this inspires other women to rise up and be strong and courageous and brave. You know, do it if
You
you
are
have to,
absolutely
do it
that.
afraid, but do it.
Yes, you are absolutely that. And anybody watching or listening, make sure to visit the website, thesuccessfulwomensmindset.com, to learn more about Hannah and connect with her, her bio, her chapter. Also, you can purchase the book there. You can also purchase the book and read her chapter on Amazon or any other retailer online, The Successful Woman's Mindset. And it is 21 Journeys to Success. It's so beautiful how all of these chapters have come together and that people can read the chapter that speaks to them. I can't wait for your story to be out there. I know this is just the beginning of you writing, and I know you're working on a lot of projects to share everything that you're learning and going through. And thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of this project and sharing your light with everybody.
Thank you so much, Khalid. I'm honored.
Everybody, I hope you'll catch the next episode of the Successful Woman's Mindset online TV show and podcast. My name is Galit Ventura Rosen, and have a great day.